Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of Romance Writers of America, Leslie Kelly.
Okay, y'all, I've been wanting to do this for 20 years. Thank you. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 37th Annual Conference of Romance Writers of America. During the past 37 years, RWA has grown from a small group of determined individuals to an association with over 10,000 members from around the world. This year, in addition to members from the United States and Canada, we welcome our fellow attendees from England, Australia, Sweden, New Zealand, and several other countries. RWA really is the voice of romance authors. This conference is truly special to me. Exactly 20 years ago, I attended my first RWA conference right here in Orlando. Coming back this year as president of the organization is a dream come true, especially because my daughter, a brand new RWA member, is here as a first-time attendee. So to all of you here for your very first RWA conference, I'm so excited for you. You're about to start a wonderful journey, and I wish you all the success in the world. Now, before we begin our awards presentation, we're going to make one attendee very happy. Again this year, RWA is giving away a free 2018 conference registration to one lucky conference volunteer. Today's winner is not listed on the teleprompter. Hopefully somebody will get that name to me and I'll make sure we announce it. Okay, now we're moving on to our industry awards. Each year, we like to take time to recognize those people outside our general membership who have made a significant contribution to our association. Our industry partners are vital to RWA. Booksellers, librarians, and media representatives provide us with professional support, and we are truly grateful for their involvement. Our Bookseller of the Year award is given annually to one special bookseller who provides outstanding service to romance readers and demonstrates notable support of romance authors and the romance genre. This year, we are especially pleased to recognize two recipients, B and Leah Koch. B and Leah are sisters and the owners of the Ripped Bodice, the only exclusively romance bookstore in the United States. After raising $91,000 on Kickstarter, the store opened on March 4th, 2016 in Culver City, California. B and Leah are committed to their mission of being a feminist, sex-positive business that champions the work of female creators of all kinds. Congratulations, B and Leah.
We want to say thank you so much to the Romance Writers of America for this incredible honor. And thank you especially to the authors who have made it a point to share the Ripped Bodice with your readers.
In particular, we would like to thank Rebecca Weatherspoon, Jen LeBlanc, Sarah Kuhn, Alicia Rye, Tessa Dare, and Sarah Wendell for their friendship and counsel.
A bookstore is nothing without customers, and ours are some of the best in the business. They show us in innumerable ways that a safe, inclusive space for women is so needed and appreciated.
We would like to thank our whole family for truly making the Ripped Bodice a family business. In particular, our father, Steve Koch, who inspires us to make a difference in whatever community we choose to be a part of.
As romance booksellers, we try to lift up authors and celebrate romance every single day. The support and encouragement we have received from this community inspires and motivates us to work even harder.
Personally, I would like to thank Bea for being the greatest sister ever.
And I would like to thank Leah for being the greatest sister ever. And finally, we would like to accept this award on behalf of the true star of the show, our beloved dog, Fitzwilliam Waffles, DDS, Esquire.
Thank you.
I realized they didn't put it on the teleprompter, but I have the winners' names on a piece of paper. The winner of today's lucky conference registration for next year is Janine Wally. Congratulations, Janine. The office will be in touch with you soon, and we'll arrange that conference registration for you. Our Librarian of the Year award is given to a librarian who demonstrates outstanding support of romance authors and the romance genre. This year, we are happy to recognize Danielle King from right here in Orange County, Florida. Danielle King is the branch manager at the Alafaya Branch Library for the Orange County Library System. She has been with the library for 16 years, working in a variety of capacities, such as librarian, youth programs coordinator, and teen program specialist. When she is not planning romance events for her library, she is spending time traveling the world, always looking for the next great adventure. Congratulations, Danielle.
Thank you. This is an incredible honor, and I just have to say, this is awesome. This is a lot of people. I didn't expect this many. It's fantastic. This is not like a librarian conference at all. So thank you. Good job. I would like to thank I like to call her my library romance partner, Lorelei from Lorelai's Lit Layer. Woo, Lorelei! Because without her, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. She connects me with the authors, and she helps me host some amazing events at our library. So thank you, Lorelei. And then I'd like to thank you as authors, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And without authors, I wouldn't have a job as a librarian. So thank you very much. This is an honor.
The Veritas Media Award is given for the article that appears in print or another medium that best depicts the romance genre in a positive light. This year, we would like to recognize Tu Huang Ha for her article, Maverick Women Writers Are Upending the Book Industry and Selling Millions in the Process, which was published on QZ.com by Quartz Media, Atlantic Media's global business news site. Please welcome Tu Huang Ha.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for pretending you know who I am. I know you don't. My name is Tu Huang Ha. I'm a journalist. I write for Quartz. That's QZ.com. It was really fun to work on this article because I think there's a lot that the industry knows, but it was really fun to show it through data. That's not really a story that's being told. So thanks to everyone here who helped me tell that story, and thank you for this. It's an honor.
The RWA Vivian Stevens Industry Award is presented to one or more individuals in the romance publishing industry who is not a writer, who has contributed to the genre or to RWA in a significant or continuing manner. Tina Dick is editor-in-chief of the German website Walking in the Clouds. Tina has been a dedicated advocate of the romance genre for more than 15 years. She started out reviewing books for Germany's first romance website in the early 2000s, helped organize a romance convention, and began freelancing for several German publishers. In 2005, she joined Germany's only romance print magazine, becoming its editor-in-chief. In 2015, she launched her own German romance website, Walking in the Clouds. Apart from continuing her journalistic work, as well as her freelance editing, she also moderates panels and counsels authors on succeeding in the German book market. Congratulations, Tina, and thank you for your contribution to RWA.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, RWA, for this tremendous honor and for embracing authors and book lovers from all over the world, showing that romance truly is a universal language that doesn't know any borders. Thank you so much.
And now it's my great pleasure to welcome the Director of Development for Pro-Literacy, Laura Pimentel. I hope I pronounced that right. Yes, you're right.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Laura Pimentel, Director of Development at Pro-Literacy, and I am honored to be here today to present the Romance Writers of America with our 2017 Pro-Literacy President's Award. This is an award that is given to an organization that shows dedication, leadership, and support of the adult literacy cause. And RWA has been a partner of ours for 28 years. You have raised over $1 million between members, chapters, board of directors, staff. We're so grateful for your partnership and so grateful for the long-standing partnership that we have. So it is, without further ado, I'm glad to present, on behalf of the Pro-Literacy Board staff and our membership around the country, our 2017 President's Award. Thank you.
Everyone in this room knows we wouldn't have a job if we didn't have readers. I don't think there's a higher calling than teaching people to read. So we are very appreciative to you as well for everything you do. We'd also like to really thank the Nora Roberts Foundation. She has helped tremendously over the years in supporting our literacy signing. So hope all of you will come and buy lots of books on Saturday. Thank you. No, that's slippery. I'm not going to put it up there. This year, as a special benefit to our Golden Heart entrants, a random drawing will be held to choose one entrant from each category to win an in-depth critique from an honor roll author. Those authors are, for contemporary romance, Kristen Higgins. Contemporary romance short, Leslie Kelly. I hear she's awesome. Historical romance, Courtney Milan. Paranormal romance, Julie Kenner. Romance with religious or spiritual elements, Deanne Geest. Romantic suspense, Karen Rose. Young adult romance, Alyssa Day. Winners will be selected and notified in approximately 2 weeks. And now it's time to celebrate the romance stars of tomorrow. I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to present the 2017 Golden Heart Awards is the #1 New York Times and USA Today best-selling author who has over 70 million copies in print in over 100 countries. Please welcome Sherilyn Kenyon.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Before we get started, I would like to take a minute and give a round of applause and to thank the dedicated men and women of RWA who have graciously donated their time, effort, and energy, and who took time out of their busy careers and family life to help make this contest and the conference possible, who organized and judged the entries, and who put this entire event together. You know, you guys, you make it look so easy, and I know for a fact that it really, really isn't. So thank you so much for all your hard work on our behalf. You guys are really awesome. And it's so great to be here with all of you, especially after I just survived Comic-Con. And probably the longest flight with my son, who's 22, kicking my seat the entire way back. You know, you think they grow out of it. Mine doesn't. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, but we are here today to celebrate some amazing talents of today's finalists and winners, and honestly, everyone who participated in this year's contest. Whether you finaled or not, if you entered at all, count yourself a winner. Just for putting yourself out there and for submitting a manuscript to the contest, you took an important step on your writer's journey by saying, hey, y'all, I mean business. I'm a writer and I'm going to be a professional. If you didn't final today and you don't win, it doesn't mean that your book isn't incredible or that your idea doesn't have merit. It's just life. And not every arrow is going to hit the target, and that's okay. As I so often tell my son, who's also a writer, life isn't about victory. It's about how you deal with those days when everything's going wrong. And I'm here to tell you that writing is 10% inspiration and 90% perseverance. My entire career has been built on being too stupid to quit. And believe me, if there's a wrong way to do anything, I embrace it with both arms. In fact, I always tell people there are two things that you don't ever want to ask me about: pregnancy and publishing, because I'm going to scare you off of both. But there's a reason why we do this. Besides being insane, it's because our characters have entrusted us with their stories, because they live in our heads and our hearts, and they drive us wild until we put them down on paper. We can't eat and we can't sleep. We have to let them out. They're like little gremlins in boxes. We don't do this for profit, and we don't do this for contest. We do this for that moment when that one reader comes up to us with tears in his or her eyes, and they tell us something we wrote touched them in their heart, that the character we love inside our hearts is beloved by them too. One of the proudest possessions that I have was given to me by a Marine sergeant in San Diego at a signing. It's his collar insignia that he handed to me because when he'd been stationed overseas, it was one of my books that he turned to for comfort and solace. Being a military daughter and wife who comes from a long, long line of military men and women, nothing has ever touched me more. To know that I had a small part in comforting him with my imaginary people while he was deployed, and so many writers did for me in my darkest hours, in his hour of need, while so far from home, there is no greater honor I could ever ask for. And that is what gets us through those hours of rejections and those harsh criticisms that sometimes come from us and from other strangers and that hurt us so deep in our souls. If I could have I'm sorry, I need some water real quick. Oh. It is Florida, y'all. Have y'all been outside? There we go. Sorry about that. If I could have one wish, It would be for all of you to never know one day of suffering, illness, or heartache, or if to ever have a single rejection. To always hit your mark with every time you let your arrow fly. But on those days when that cruel wind blows unexpectedly and your arrow falls short or to the side, I want you to always remember this. The first time I pitched my Dead Man's Cross series to Laura Cifelli in 1993, when she was my agent, she laughed at the idea. It was a far kinder reaction than my previous 3 agents. And I love Laura. We still chuckle over her reaction to my wilder ideas. And she passed on the concept. The world wasn't ready for zombie pirates. She also passed on my Dark Hunters. It wasn't until 1997 that I wrote Laura, and she bought the first of those novels after she became an editor at HarperCollins. Sadly, she made me scale back the voodoo and the zombies. In fact, she took out all the paranormal elements in it because there was no market for it at all. And she wanted the books to be straight historicals. I tried to sneak them back in with Blackjack Reese, and I got to hint at it. She actually let me put in a couple of shrunken heads, but she wasn't fooled. And as I handed the book in, the unthinkable happened. Harper bought out Avon, and they fired all the Harper editors. I was cast adrift. And my new editors didn't want any more pirate novels, even though they'd done pretty well. The first one had had the highest print run for the first time for a first novel in Harper history. So I pitched Dark Hunter, and Avon laughed at me. I pitched Dead Men's Cross to them as I'd originally written it, and they still didn't want it. So I pitched a couple of more, and they passed on those too. So finally, they bought the first of the Brotherhood books from me, and I kept pitching the Dark Hunters, Lords of Avalon, Dead Men's Cross, and they kept passing and passing, until finally I pitched Dark Hunter at St. Martin's, who finally, after so many years, a full decade, if you can believe it. Yeah, and even then, it took 4 rejections before they finally got it, after many years. The first time, for those who are curious, I ever pitched Dark Hunter was 1999 in novel form. So the irony was that my original Avon editor was the one who passed on it oh my gosh, okay. The irony, my original Avon editor and St. Martin's editor who passed on Dead Men's books as recently as 2013, which just goes to show you that you can have 24 number ones and almost 100 number one New York Times, or not 100 New York, but 100 New York Times bestsellers and 100 USA Today bestsellers, and they can still reject you. So even on a series that can go on to become another bestseller internationally, persistence will pay. So I want you to always believe in your work. Know the arrow will not always hit you, and it will not always hit in the center every single time you shoot that arrow. But as Michael Jordan has so eloquently put it, you will always miss every single shot you fail to take. Never, ever hesitate to take your shot, no matter how long or how long those odds may seem. Even if you're standing in the center of the court, surrounded by a scary, towering person ready to take you down, you just never know. Take that shot. Over, under, around, or through. There is always a way to get what you want. Never, ever, ever let anyone, especially yourself, tell you that you do not deserve your dream. You do. You can do it. And I know you can. And today we are here to celebrate those times when those things will go right. Now, let's give out some awards, some hugs, and I want to thank all of you for being here. The Golden Heart finalists for contemporary romances are Always Sunny by Kimberly McCarran, Far-Fetched Love by Priscilla Cook, Framed by Susan J. Bickford, Mounting the Marquee by Kelly Newby. No Man Left Behind by Penelope Lees. Sometimes You Need a Sexy Scot by Melanie Johnson. Take the Lead by Alexis Daria. Tempting Fate by Jerry Black. Things I'll Never Say by Christina Havlin. This Child of Mine by Joanne Banker. And the winner is oh my God, it is hard to open. All right, ready? The Golden Heart goes to No Man Left Behind by Penelope Lees.
Well, I'm the idiot that didn't prepare a speech, even though I was advised to. So I would just like to thank RWA for giving us this opportunity and for the judges for being so very generous and very kind. Of course, to my friends and family and my new rebel sisters. But my stories are about disabled vets, so mostly I would like to thank them because without the sacrifices that they voluntarily make, I wouldn't have the freedom to do what I do. So if I can do just a little bit for them by giving them a hard-earned and well-deserved HEA, I'm proud to do it. Thank you.
All right, are you ready for the next one? Should we torture them? I think we should. I'm mean that way. My children think I only tease them. All right, the Golden Heart finalists for young adult romances are oh my gosh. I really can read, I swear I'm literate. All the Fields by Kimberly McCarran. Listen by Jennifer Camicia. Mouthful by C.R. Grissom. Swimming Through Fog by Nicole Homan. And the winner is Listen by Jennifer Camicia.
I'm so glad I listened and wrote a speech. I'd like to thank RWA. Everyone has been so kind, and the community is the best. This is my first time here, and it's just been so overwhelming. I need to thank my family for their support, my daughter Tessa, who's always been my first beta reader, and she insisted I change the ending, and it made it such a better book because I listened to her. Thanks to my son Lucas for offering to be my agent. Thanks for my other two sons, Nick and Vince, and my husband, Stanley, for always supporting me. And thanks for all my fellow rebels. You're all the sweetest and talented group, and I'm honored to be included among you. My fellow young adult writers, you are all so talented, and I wish we could all be up here together. Thank you for your support and guidance as we went through this whirlwind together. And this is just the best. Thank you so much.
This seems so much easier, but I'm going to trip before the day is over. Okay, and now the Golden Heart finalists for historical romance are Confess Your Grace by Scarlett Peckham, The Governess's Glance by Jennifer Henderson, How to Train Your Baron by Diana Lloyd, Lord Lyon and the Lady Publisher by Laurel Kerr, The Lost Chord by Suzanne M. Turner, The Price of Desire by Emily Sullivan, Unmasked by Elizabeth Rue, With Love in Sight by Christina Britton, and the Golden Heart goes to With Love in Sight by Christina Britton.
I didn't expect that. I'm shaking. I'm just letting you know. I wanted to thank RWA and the Golden Heart judges for this amazing honor. I wanted to thank my Rebel sisters who have proven that this business is not about competition but support and friendship. To my amazing agent and date, Kim Lionetti, and also to Eliza Kirby for procuring my book, and Mallory Soto for making it shine, and to everyone at Diversion Books for taking a chance on an unknown and making my lifelong dream come true. To my local chapter, SVRWA, I know some of you are here, and it is the most incredible group of people I've ever been blessed to know. To my beta readers, my critique partners, my friends, and my family who have been behind me through every up and down. Thank you to the LeBou crew, Julie, Hannah, Johnny, Debbie, Rich, Sylvie, who have made sure I never gave up, even when things were at their darkest. And I will try not to cry at this part, most especially to my children, Samuel and Audrey, and my husband, Eric. Sorry, you have been my rock. Even when I didn't believe in myself, you never lost faith in me, and I love you. Thank you so much.
torturing people. This is so great for me. Okay. The finalists for Golden Heart Romantic Suspense are The Fire Beckons by, excuse me, by Lynette LaBelle. The Guide by Sarah Morgan Thaler, excuse me. Seductive Strokes by Patricia Dane. Semper Fi by Maida Carroll. Shot Down by Tracy Brody. Vengeance by Diana Bell Chase. And the Golden Heart goes to Semper Fi by Maida Carroll.
Oh my God. Thank you so much to RWA, the most pay-it-forward organization I've ever been a part of. The contest organizers, the staff who work year-round on this conference, all the local chapters who have made me a better writer and this book a better book, that have allowed me to be here. You know who you are, so I'm just gonna say it anyway. Chicago North, Windy City, Rose City Romance Writers. Houston, Southwest Florida, Maggie's, Sheila's, Indiana. All of you are fantastic. Thank you for your contests and your support and everything. Super special thanks to my amazing critique partners, Rob and Gianna and Suzanne Ruby. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you to the most important partner in my life, my husband, Tim. Absolutely would not be here without him. My children, Colin and Maddie, who have both drawn a cover for this book. So I'm very grateful to them. But I want to leave you with something from someone I just met this morning. If I could quote you, Damon Suede. He said, romance is the literature of hope. And I thought that was one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard, and I truly believe it with all my heart. And to all my amazingly talented rebels, I am so proud to be here with you, and I want you to keep spreading your stories of hope as well. Thank you so much.
I feel like a fairy godmother. How fitting, right? Okay. The finalists in Paranormal are Beryl Blue, Time Caught by Janet Halpin. Bless Your Heart and Other Southern Curses by Heather Leonard. Constant Craving by Carrie W. Cole. Fires Rising by Grace Adams. The Myrrh Chronicles, Love's Diplomatic Act by Kate Ramirez. Soul Affinity by A.Y. Chow. And the Golden Heart goes to Constant Craving by Carrie W. Cole.
Oh my God, Sherilyn Kenyon's right behind me. Thank you so much, RWA, for providing not only the contest, but everything about this, and local chapters. I love everyone at Capital Region, especially my Friday tea ladies, Kelly and Jeanette and everyone. My super amazing critique partners, Kara Connolly, Autumn Jones-Lake, and Virginia Frost, who have suffered through constant craving for 3 long years and made it so much better. To my sons, Connor, who was my fantastic beta reader, and he pats himself on the back, but I'll give him a little credit too. And Aiden, who is proud to tell all of his teachers that Mom is a writer. Most importantly, I want to thank my Rebelle and Mermaid sisters who have made this journey extra special and give us support and advice and a shoulder to cry on when we don't do well. And my family, my husband, my very own special alpha hero, Jake, whose support makes everything possible. Thank you.
All right. I love doing this. Okay, the finalists for Romance with Religious and Spiritual Elements are Dangerous Exposure by Diana Shuford, Fair Haven by Laura Connor Kessner, Wings of Love by Pamela Ferguson. The Golden Heart goes to Wings of Love by Pamela Ferguson.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first I have to thank my Rebel sisters. I mean, becoming part of this group, you are so awesome and have been so encouraging, and just all the lead up to this has just, it's been wonderful. And I want us all to continue to encourage each other and watch our careers as we go along. My family is watching this, so I have to thank them. To my husband, Michael, of 34 years, thank you for your love and support. You've been there the whole time. To my daughter, Hannah, thank you for inspiring me to write. You are an awesome writer, too. To my son, Alex, and his partner, Garrett, my soon-to-be son-in-law, thank you both for encouraging me. To my critique partners, Alyssa Roberts and Letty James, I could not have finished this book without you, and it's dedicated to you. And finally, to RWA, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting authors at every point in our career. You're just awesome. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, here we go. Yay! The finalists for Contemporary Romance Short are Job Opening, Billionaire's Wife by Susanna Irwin, A Love Wide Open by by Joanne Skye, Princess of Meridian by Catherine Stewart. What Would Ginger Do by Kimberly McCarran. All right, this is filled really well. They don't want us to know. And the Golden Heart goes to, oh my gosh, this really doesn't want us to know. Okay, goes to Job Opening, Billionaire's Wife, Susanna Irwin.
Okay, I know we all have a lot of sessions to go to, so I'll try and make this a little quick. I'd like to thank the Rebels for being the most amazing group of talented women. You are smart, you are fearless, you inspire me every day, and I know this is only the beginning of years and years of continued success for all of us. I'd like to thank RWA, the Golden Heart judges, and the RWA Board of Directors. RWA is unique in its encouragement of unpublished authors and giving us the room and the time to learn our craft and to learn the market before we find ourselves in it. And you're unique among, I already said that, but I'm really thankful for that, and I'm really thankful for the opportunity and for this contest. They say it takes a village to raise a child. It took a whole city-state to raise me as a writer. So I'll go through this rather fast, but I'd like to thank Barbara Ankrum and UCLA Extension for being smart enough to hire Barbara Ankrum to teach a class on how to write romance, and me for being smart enough to take that class. And Barbara's been an amazing mentor to me all these years, so this award is just as much hers as it is mine. I'd like to thank my first online home, Jenny Cruzy, for the cherries and the Glendas, and you're still my home. Love you guys. I'd like to thank my most recent online home, the Avon Fanlit 2015 community. We were a small group, but we're an amazing group. I'd also like to thank Laura, Los Angeles Romance Authors, for being my analog home. I actually see you guys physically. Maggie, Maria, Cammie, Sarah, Claire, Rick, you guys are my favorite way to spend a Sunday. I also have to thank my daily sprint and goal-setting group, Nia, Nancy, and Isabel. This book would not have been written if we didn't all dare each other to enter the Harlequin Desire Blitz. So thanks for making me stretch and actually enter something. Above all, I have to thank my husband, Jeff, also because he's watching this, because he's texting my roommate and telling her what's going on. He guards my writing time more zealously than I guard it. Unfortunately, our cat didn't get the memo. Above all, and again above all, I also have to thank my parents. They gave me my very first laptop and said, "We expect to see a novel written on this." Well, it's like 15 laptops later, but it's done. So thank you very much.
Start there.
Oh, I gotta put my glasses
I know,
back
God
on.
love you with your sweet voice.
Okay, and that concludes our presentation of the 2017 Golden Heart Awards. Please help me congratulate them all.
Thank you so much, Sherilyn, and congratulations to this year's Golden Heart winners. Don't forget to join us tonight at 7 o'clock for the RITA Awards ceremony. Doors open at 6:30. Thank you, everyone, and have a great afternoon.
Oh, thank you. You were fantastic.
Thank you.